Our next guest, though, he was at the Ronald Reagan Airport. We'll continue to follow that story, but let's get back to what's happening currently with the Trump administration. He was actually at the airport there and said that he was surprised at the overflow of people that came to witness Donald Trump take the oath of office.
We're talking about Rob Carson, our dear friend. He says he never thought he'd see Ronald Reagan Airport filled with so many Trump supporters and proud conservatives. So Rob is here now, host of the Rob Carson Show. It's a podcast and live radio show. Hey, Rob, always great to see you here. And we are coming off the celebration of inauguration. Clearly, there were folks who wanted to see it happen. Tell me about what you experienced in D.C.
Well, I lived in Washington, D.C. for a dozen years, and I remember when Barack Obama won the presidency, and I put a comical anti-Barack Obama sticker on my truck, and it was vandalized in my workplace. Yesterday, when I was in Ronald Reagan National Airport, I walked around and I saw MAGA hats everywhere, and I saw people who were absolutely joyous, not fake, absolutely joyous, even if they didn't make it into Capital One Arena. And I got hugs from people, and I didn't even sniff their hair. It was amazing. I mean, honestly, people are joyous. I did a broadcast from Rehoboth in Joe Biden's backyard, and we were originally supposed to have 100 people. We had 300 people doing the live broadcast of the Rob Carson radio show nationwide, and every single person I hugged and I said, "We won," and there were tears of joy. It was absolutely remarkable. Yesterday, I spoke to TikTok influencers. I talked to people at the airport, people who are unabashedly MAGA. They were wearing their hats. A couple years ago, if you did that in Reagan National, you might have been hauled out by security. You might have been spat upon. And I actually heard stories of people literally getting spat upon when they were in Washington, D.C. when Donald Trump was elected in 2016. This is a new spirit of patriotism. I like to say that hillbillies, homeboys, and Hebrews came together to save the country, and I saw them all this week at Reagan National and in Rehoboth and in my hotel that I stayed and everything. There's a new sense of optimism that I haven't seen since I was a kid and Ronald Reagan was the president, but that even is dwarfed by the enthusiasm and the joy that we're seeing today. It is absolutely a new day in America for all Americans, not just conservative.
And you know, one other Democratic stronghold that you didn't think that would happen is New York City with that Madison Square Garden rally, and how many Trump supporters were on the streets around Madison Square Garden that came out to support Trump ahead of the election. But let's get to that video. Since you've been talking about it, let's hear what those Trump supporters had to say. Watch this.
All right.
And I have never seen so many MAGA supporters. You're a MAGA supporter.
Yeah.
You came for the inauguration?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Rhode Island.
Big deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yes.
Are you full of joy?
Yes.
You glad about these executive orders? Kind of badass, isn't it?
Yeah. It's going to change. Things are going to change. So.
It is going to change. Yeah. Well, congratulations, brother. We did it.
Thank you.
We did it. We did it. Look at all these. I'm telling you. All over the place, and I've never seen the joy. I met a couple of women earlier, and they got a big hug. These are some people from Kansas City wearing MAGA hats right there. They went to the inauguration. These guys over here went to the inauguration. There's a kid wearing a MAGA hat proudly in Washington, D.C. This whole airport is full. There's another one right there, another MAGA supporter right there, and that Daddy's Home shirt. I love it. There you go. Look at that. So this is gigantic. This is Washington, D.C. There's a Trump supporter right there from Kansas City. Kansas City, boom, right there, brother. All right, yeah, this is unbelievable. Absolutely amazing. I never thought I'd live to see the day. I'm coming back. I'll be back tomorrow, streaming live and on the air around the country. We have made America great again, and we can't ever stop. See you tomorrow.